Love him or hate him, Rahm Emanuel is leaving Chicago a very different place. Here's a look at the good, the bad, and the weird things that we wouldn't have if he hadn't been mayor. First, the good. Emanuel was a huge champion of architecture. He didn't invent our reputation as an architectural mecca. We're mythologized as the birthplace of the skyscraper, after all. But Rahm certainly boosted it. When you're sipping rosé on the Riverwalk this summer, thank Rahm. When you're biking on the 606, thank Rahm for that too. And of course, he backed the creation of the Architectural Biennial, which has its third run this fall. He aggressively courted corporate headquarters downtown, with his biggest win being McDonald's move to the Fulton Market District, which, by the way, has been part of a larger transformation in the West Loop. On the not-so-glam but very important front, he oversaw the replacement of 900 miles of water mains. New water mains equals less flooding in your basement. And then one of his highest profile wins, though depending on who you talk to, it's not necessarily a good thing. Chicago also won the bid for his old boss Obama's presidential center.
I want to begin by thanking the President and the First Lady for choosing to build a library in their hometown, the city of Chicago.
Now for the bad. We have 49 fewer Chicago public schools, mostly on the south and west sides. A lot of people blame the closings for destabilizing neighborhoods and the increase in violence Chicago saw in subsequent years. We also have 6 fewer city-run mental health clinics, ones that saw patients who were either on Medicaid or didn't have insurance at all. At the same time, Emanuel has fostered the rise of glitzy megadevelopments like Lincoln Yards and the 78. They're slated to get $2 billion in TIF funding. Those are tax dollars meant for the redevelopment of blighted areas. You know, like Lincoln Park. It's not blighted. And then there's Gary McCarthy, the police chief recruited from Newark, New Jersey. He became Rahm's fall guy after the video was released of the Laquan McDonald shooting. These days, he's known as a sour grapes also ran in the clown car of a mayoral race to replace Rahm.
This madness must stop.
Finally, there's the just plain weird. Remember the fictional fever dream of a Twitter account at Mayor Emanuel that journalist Dan Sinker ran until the 2011 election? Then there was that fuzzy Mr. Nice Guy sweater Rahm pulled out for his re-election campaign ads in 2015. It takes more than a sweater to make you Mr. Rogers, Rahm.
I like you just the way you are.
Then there's his pick of the increasingly erratic Elon Musk to develop high-speed transportation between the Loop and O'Hare, which, as of yet, has no prototype. He did recently show off a test tunnel in California by putting a Tesla in a tube. It's never going to happen.